Hello, everybody. Coach here, welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10.
47.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Steve Smith that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brother. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Rolling to his right. His throw incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Time for a break. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Stewart. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now Sanders. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to the... Now the Colts offense ready here for 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Michael Thomas on the stop. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. Here we go. 47, 47, 26, 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Dumps it off to Gurley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
26, 26.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tom Gurley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards on the play.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Manning, he'll let it go deep for Beckham. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now Manning. It's caught. Shepard. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about it on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within
Hey, it's the coach at our Tiburon Studios in Orlando. This is the NFL.
And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the 4th. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
You're hit, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And now the kick is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
As you tell me all the time, Brandon, mark that play down. That should be a tie game. Instead, a great job by the guys blocking it. And, boy, they've got to have a great lift going off the field.
And the further it happens in the game and here in the second half, it just gets more magnified. They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And now running right through it. That good for 22 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. Down to about the 22 here. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Gurley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me...
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley taking it in. And the Rams add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Williams now on the return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on. Every week in practice, usually on a Friday, they go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. It's caught outright by Graham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He'll look to throw. Got a man. That's Allison. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. He's back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often. A wasted down.
319.
Back to throw. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up.
Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the coach, and we're set to bring you coverage from Madden Ultimate Team. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best? that team will win the game.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Prescott. To the right side, caught by Saleh. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Gurley. Oh, a nice spin. And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Gurley again here on 1st down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about it if you're confident.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Gurley. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers are going to take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Set. 180.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 43 yards. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Aaron Donald in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now Roethlisberger to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. James has got it. Complete. And it's a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On the stop was Aaron Donald. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together, and I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because they go down and score a touchdown. This thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. And with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's James. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea to try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
Here are the Chargers now as they get set to go on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll run it here. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. 55 yards. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hunter. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Justin Hunter, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Walsh. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete. It's James. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It's always a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline?
Still 1st down.
Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Ben to throw again. This is Bell on the dump off. Now another timeout called for by the offense. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Roethlisberger to his big target, James, all 6-7 of him for a Steeler first down. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end. That's James. Touchdown, Steelers. Jesse James, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So 4 quarters. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This one taken from the 7. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn. Now, that was an excellent return to start overtime. So do they get crazy and attack the end zone and try and get the 6 points to end the game? Or do you just play it to where you kick the field goal and put the game in the hands of your defense?
A first down throw for Prescott. Steps away to his left. And this is incomplete. The veteran Brent Selleck, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Prescott on the move to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. Prescott to throw on 4th. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. On 1st and 10, Prescott flush to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Right back to him on first down. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Play action now. Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Smith-Schuster now to return. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Well, it's not just the mindset of the teams that just changed on that play. My mindset changed. I don't even run an offensive play, kick the field goal, and take it home.
First throw in overtime now for Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to them. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Both teams swapping field goals on their respective first drives of overtime, so now, you know the drill, it's on to old-school sudden death.
Yeah, it sounds exciting, doesn't it? Can I be a little bit of Dennis Downer here, though? That drive, able to go that far, yet they had to kick the field goal to keep playing. You would have thought maybe, could they punch it in and go ahead and end it?
We get more free football.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Come on.
I'll back up beat again. Forget the Downer stuff.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And the timeout coming in here with just 7 seconds remaining in the extra session. So on now is Blair Walsh. This to win it in overtime. And the timeout coming in here with just 7 seconds remaining in the extra session. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. Dancing to his left. And he finds his tight end, Salek. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So on now is Blair Walsh. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So on now is Blair Walsh. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. With that, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by at CenturyLink Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And, Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
And they'll go on the ground. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And Justin Coleman brings him down.
They was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Byron Maxwell, the corner, in on the tackle. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so, because you've tried to run the ball, and really it didn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down.
A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice little juke. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And on the ground they go with a running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Again they run with Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back up.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Deion Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Carson. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he loses the football a second time. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
And they'll run it here. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets them back for 2nd down. Prescott. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught, but he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, We usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Wilson to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Throwing now is Wilson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Lawrence Taylor. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them, an absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
And with the lead, no chance of a return spoiling this one here on the PAT. The extra point is good, and on the final play of the game, they walk away with a victory. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with
Welcome in, everyone. I'm your host, Jonathan Coachman, and this is Madden Ultimate Team on EA.
The offense for the Cowboys getting set to go on 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ricky Williams, 75 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down. And Sanders now to return. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He may try and run for this. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some 9 yards and a 1st.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off. Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on the PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Hurts over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Alshon Jeffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And once more. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And down right around the 37. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they'll go on the ground. And now running right through it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. Another carry now for Gurley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's caught by Saleh. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet.
Hey, welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the NFL.
For the Eagles on 1st and 10, they're ready to roll. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On play action, Prescott out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
False start, offense.
That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This second. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. The trick play works. Excellent execution. 18 yards on that fake and a 1st down. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 2nd down, Prescott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw, it's Manning, and this is going to be incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Take it at the 37. Fast footwork by Sanders. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And out come the Eagles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Ricky Williams, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late. But now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way. Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And you just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 2nd down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. He's back to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Shepard. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 61 yards. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the fourth.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 44 yards.
47.
And on the ground they go with a running back. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Go to 54. Why?
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And they can't connect. Incomplete. That stops the clock with 3 seconds left, so probably one final play here in the second quarter, barring a penalty. And here's Lewis. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is...
The Patriot offense set to go as they've got it 1st and 10.
20!
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michelle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Chris Hogan, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead. And
now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Shifts by him, and now the spin. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but